It's not a normal pitch in a conference. It's a life-changing experience, really. So FII is really is looking for very high-quality companies developing innovations in robotics, AI, but also in healthcare and others. You actually speak in front of the cream a la cream of the society, so that not only access to capital, but also access to commercial agreements, companies, and decision makers. And so your voice actually gets heard at the largest scope and the widest scale.
Dr. Ahmed Ismail from Dunia is joining me today. Welcome. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Anna. How are you?
Very well, thank you. We spoke a few months ago in Tokyo, correct me?
Yes, absolutely.
What has happened since?
So it has been tremendous progress. So the exposure that what we are working on at Dunia is getting a lot of interest in the market. So as you know, like Dunia is working on what we call industrial AI, which is the next stage after physical AI. So right today, as we're all talking about AI these days, so AI has transformed software. But when you try to transform the physical world, you are missing a lot of data. So what Dunia is doing is that we're building this, material innovation engine that can create these industrial data on a, real scale for industry. And with that, it's not only going to invent batteries and catalysts, but it's going to speed up how humanity innovates, right? And that's really the real game changer.
You also have some big announcements here in Miami.
Yes.
With the FII. What is it?
So we have been recently signing very big commercial agreements. So we had one of the largest companies in the world developing catalysts has announced a big agreement with us, commercial agreement. So that's Valtera, and we are starting this big project this year, and it's very, very exciting. And that's all thanks to the exposures that we're getting from FII, but also all the high quality discussion that we're having here. It's not every day that you meet presidents and have coffee with them. That's a kind of like high level discussion that we have with investors and people here at FII.
Give us some scoop. What presidents did you have coffee with?
The president of Sierra Leone, Ray Dalio, I met him earlier. So it's, you don't meet these people on the street.
I completely agree. The FII Innovators pitch, you have been through the entire journey.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't know what it is about, what would you say?
It's not a normal pitch in a conference. It's a life-changing experience, really. So you go through, so FII is really is looking for very high-quality companies that are already going through the scale-up phase, developing innovations in robotics, AI, but also in healthcare and others. And so you go through this rigorous process, but once you are in, you actually speak in front of the cream a la cream of the society. So that not only access to capital, but also access to commercial agreements, companies, and decision makers. And so your voice actually gets heard at the largest scope and the widest scale. So that's an experience that we went through last year.
You actively spoke about the Gulf countries as a rapidly growing area for tech.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more?
We're based in Germany, but we have become very quickly a global company. So we have a lot of projects in Asia, as we spoke earlier, also here as well, and in the Gulf area. So countries like Saudi Arabia, for example, they are really positioning themselves as the hub for data centers and AI because the energy cost there is very low. And you need a lot of energy to run AI applications. And they have a lot of space as well. So great ambition there. Discussions are going very, very rapidly and very fast, and there is potential for expansion there as well. And we are really looking forward to a great collaboration.
We will hopefully meet at FII 10 again.
Absolutely.
What do you expect to happen for Dunia by then?
More of the same would be a great achievement. So if we had the same experience that we had last time, so last time we had access to investments, we have access to agreements, commercial agreements, as I mentioned, collaborations, decision makers, and that really changed a lot of what we do, the scale of how we actually scale up and the speed over the last few months. I'm really just looking forward to have the same experience. It's as I mentioned, life-changing experience, and I urge everyone who's listening today to, if you have a great innovation, try to come to FII 10. It's really something else.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Anna.